MATOKA が参ります。ご注意ください。
Hey friends, what's good? So my last video popped off and I'm super excited, super grateful. It's like a WTF moment. But I am happy that you liked my content and thanks to everyone who has subscribed and supported the channel. But one big thing that became a discussion topic due to the KissAnime takedown is the idea of pay to watch anime, and people were going off. Now the free versus pay to watch argument or discussion has been around for a really long time, but I personally wanted to do a little more research into it. Now let's clarify something right now. This is purely informational. I don't like to take sides because everyone has their own situations and their own mindset, and that's perfectly okay. But I do think the most important thing is being educated and informed, and I wanted to make sure that I was educated and informed. So I thought I'd share the information that I found with you guys. So let's get started. So what's the issue? To put it simply, KissAnime has shut down. People have an adverse reaction to pay-to-view anime sites, and they're worried about more regulations on anime, causing free sites to be deleted. Thus, they blame companies like Crunchyroll that have paid subscriptions. On the other side of the argument, pirating is illegal, and animators don't get much compensation. So, if you're paying for anime, you're technically supporting the anime companies and the animators. I wanted to dive a little deeper into this, so I researched a little bit more about an animator's workday and compensation. This is explained in Anime Boss's interview with Ayane. Ayane states that there's 3,000 or more frames that are used in one anime episode. A cut is a set of frames, and there's about 300 to 600 cuts per episode. For Ayane, one cut takes about half a day or longer. For every cut that she draws, she gets $40 US. So now we need to look at the salary. For new animators, an average monthly salary is about $900 US a month. So if we put that in a Western workday, it would be about $5.62 an hour full-time for 40 hours a week. In Ayane's case, she used to work with a company where she got around $500 US a month. That equates to about $3.25 an hour if she worked full-time 40 hours a week. She now works freelance where she makes $300 to $400 US a month. So we need to ask, why is the salary so small? Well, it has to do with the hierarchy. When animes are being created, the advertisement agency takes the majority of the budget. The animation studio is left with a fixed budget for the creation of the anime. Within this fixed budget, that is how the animators get paid. Now, consumer earnings are a very important part of anime because they have a fixed budget. However, the TV and ad agencies usually take a big portion of this revenue. So how do people support animation companies? You might not like the idea of it, but animation companies are being helped by the licenses that they have with paid services. An interview by Otaku journalist with Crunchyroll CEO states that publishers get the majority of the money from your subscription, and they're very happy with what they're getting. Next comes merchandise. 70% of the revenue usually comes from merchandise, and studios have a fixed budget because they don't know how popular the anime will become. A lot of the revenue goes to the higher up agencies, but it does trickle down to the anime studios as well. And finally, crowdfunding. Now this is more specific to animators. Jun Sugawara started the new anime making system project, which helps low-income animators find affordable housing while they start their careers. Young animators are hit the hardest in the animation world, so this crowdfunding helps them to continue to pursue their passions. Link in the description if you would like to donate. Now, is the industry changing? Well, yes and no. Smaller anime studios operate more or less the same, especially if they haven't experienced a large amount of success. With that being said, 1 in 4 anime studios are in debt. Animators feel like they cannot create unions because they either work freelance or they feel pressure from other animators in the industry. However, Netflix has done a big part into starting to change the anime industry itself. Netflix makes contracts directly with the animation studio, bypassing the TV networks that take a majority of the profits for anime. This also gives animators more flexibility as they don't have to follow as many network TV rules. But it seems like the system is against animators, so why do people still want to pursue it? Well, it has to do with passion. They love the work that they do even though they're overworked and paid less. Now this resonated with me as someone who's trying to find passion in life. We all want to find our passion, work hard, and reach our goals. The main issue is, Does passion come before quality of life? Now, I've talked about the situation of animators and the effect of paid streaming sites, so now we need to ask, are free sites really that detrimental? While larger sites like Netflix and Crunchyroll have entered the scene to license popular anime, there are still many anime that go under the radar. Smaller companies may not have the means to advertise their works, but still want to share them with the world. While they may not be making royalties on the anime itself, free sites can help advertise these animes to popularize them, which can increase merchandise sales and recognition of the studio. Animes that become older or less popular may leave paid platforms, but usually are still found on free sites. This helps with the discovery and longevity of older animes. I learned from my comment section that another reason free sites are popularized is because sites like Crunchyroll are not available in certain parts of the world. Thus, they need to rely on free sites in order to watch anime in the first place. And finally, money. While I'm sure there are people who can pay and just don't want to, there are also many people who can't afford to pay. Whether in school, in between jobs, or in debt, everyone has their own financial issues. And that's what I learned. I'm not telling anyone what to think about this or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure to inform people and educate people that this is a thing happening and you guys can make your own decisions based on this information. If there's anything that I didn't cover that's important in this conversation, discussion kind of thing, make sure to leave it in the comments below so we all know about it. And make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Now honestly, because my last video was about anime and it popped off, I kind of feel obliged to keep making anime content, but you will be seeing other stuff that isn't necessarily anime content in the future. So if you do subscribe, that would make me very happy. So please do. Thanks for watching. Peace.